Thanks for tuning in to the Circlecast. I am Ray Dooku, the back alley red mage.
I am Nick Ells. I'm the leader of the Seventh Circle FC.
This is your daddy Modad proxy.
And Vahi Pendragon, ex-leader of Rainbow Quartz.
See, that wasn't hard.
Very good.
We weren't in anything FC, though.
Speaking of, yeah, you guys, your FC, you all transferred over here to the Seventh Circle on Adamantoise.
Mm-hmm.
How are you liking it over here?
Well, it's better. We've gotten a lot more people to 70 faster. And there's more people always on, so
Yeah, I think
helps everybody out.
we had
Yeah,
like 20 people on the other day.
Yeah, we hit the highest login percentage was 22%, a little over 22%.
Very
Well,
so it was like
You should also
18
subtract for the alts that you have in the FC, like my alt, Chris Altony.
Right, we have a few alts. But that's a really good thing. I always try to get as many people logging in, active people, because if you look around any server, you see like guilds or FCs with like 200, 300 members, but only like 4 or 5 people are logged in. That's really kind of a sad thing to see. And I like that our FC is actually really active with people. A high percentage of people logged in.
And there's always people willing to help out with stuff too.
So, speaking of some circle stuff, Nick, you got any exciting news or announcements?
Our Instagram is starting to become a lot more active. Starting to find things to post every day. Lesh has started doing his Seventh Circle comic again. He used to do a weekly comic for us a couple of years ago.
I'm so happy.
When he came back from Rise, he's me and him set up a shared Dropbox folder. So I told him just throw stuff in there. So every Saturday, I'm going to post a new Seventh Circus photo on Instagram. I'm also posting other stuff, even from Final Fantasy 11. If you follow our Instagram at the 7C FC, you'll see stuff from Final Fantasy 11 as well. So keep that.
Those comics are hilarious. I'm so happy he's bringing them back.
Also, speaking of Lesh, if you notice in our Discord channel, there is a new text channel called Glamtastic Glamoury. The name is pending, but for now, that's what we're using. Lesh himself wants to head kind of a monthly screenshot and glamour contest, but within the FC only, not server-wide. So we want to keep it... we have enough people, so we want to do some events that not only like, the usual dungeon runs and raids, but like an actual like creative outlet for people to do. And we'll have prizes from our chests, including Gil and other items. So
Yeah.
keep out for that. Lesh wanted him to get into this today, but I'm not sure where he's at. He's not online right now, but
Getting
He'll,
the perfect
bring it.
glamour, I just found out how hard it is. Some people really go all out, and I know why. Because it takes runs and runs to get the perfect drop that you need.
You know, Malleus has been running St. Anne Arbitorium 31 times trying to get the Plague Spreader jacket. I'm not sure if it was for the healer or for the caster, or for the Black Mage.
It's worth it for your character to look right.
I remember the other day we were doing Circus Tower and the Skilla coat of casting dropped, and you were like foaming at the mouth to get it, and then somebody took it.
No, that was the helmet. I have the coat of casting. I need the helmet, and I was so angry.
I know your pain.
I was like, we're all past 50, even you. Just give me the helmet.
Because as we all know, glamour is the end game.
Right?
True end game right there.
It's the last thing you do once you hit 70. Is like, oh, okay, I got all my items. Now let me see what I want to look like.
That and housing. Those are the two end games.
See, I don't care too much about housing. Like, the only thing I ever cared about was like the FC house and like helping towards it. But like my own personal house, I can't see myself just going to it every day.
You know,
Another thing with the FC events, I posted a poll on our Facebook page to garner interest about a rating, actual rating, to keeping up with it as it's released. I'm not talking about world first; that's a little extreme. I don't want to do all that shit. But just to keep up with rating, and the main purpose of it was to garner attention. So I want to make sure that people don't think, because some of my poll options are if you're on the East Coast or West Coast. Not trying to put teams together based on that poll alone. So if anybody's listening and they're not voting either, it's basically just to garner interest in what side of the country people are generally from. We're not putting together teams based on if you are West or East Coast, but it seems like there's a lot of people interested.
We got a total of 22 votes.
Yeah, that's well over 2 teams, and a lot of them want to be floaters, but that's fine, and we can just work with them to see what time would be best for them. Oddly enough, in this FC, I found a lot of people are East Coast, and during the weekdays would be best for them. And now it's terrible for me because I get home by 4:30, and it's 9:30. It's 7:30. And the East Coast, nobody wants to start that late. You know what I mean?
I can start at any time. I
mean,
put
on
East
the
Coast
weekend,
just because I'm on the East Coast, but I am normally available at any time. So.
Yeah, weekends for me would definitely be the best.
Yep.
I mean, crazy people like me wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for work on weekdays. So me going to sleep at midnight's actually pushing it.
What about you, Raid? How you feel about getting back into raiding?
Yeah, I could do it. I just picked as a floater because I lived in the godforsaken void area known as the Midwest.
Gotcha.
So wait, is that plus 2 hours or plus 1 hour to the East Coast?
That's minus 1 hour.
Yeah. Oh, minus 1.
Oh, minus. Oh, so you're like most of my FC. Most of the people that I brought over.
So the good thing though is in Vahe, I will want you, me, Sassy, and Corrupted. Corrupted has been a very active FC officer to just kind of go over how we want to approach rating. And my mind went completely blank. What was I gonna?
You were going over the rating stuff.
Yeah, but no, I completely forgot. I think I have early onset Alzheimer's or some shit.
No, it could be ADD.
That too. Oh, that's okay. So
You
yeah,
see, it was ADD.
so the good thing is, like, with all the expansions that Final Fantasy 14 puts out, the only actual raid available at the time of release is the first Primo. Like in Heaven's Ward, or at least Stormblood, it was Lakshmi. In Heaven's Ward, I'm not sure who the first Primo was, but they never released like the true raids, like the Savage, the Savage or Extreme raids until like a good 3 to 6 months after the initial console release. So we have plenty of time to actually put together raid teams, but I want to garner interest as long as possible, get people thinking about it. The more actual FC teams we have without people having to go through pugs is better. That's why I like a lot of them are floaters, because if 1 or 2 people are missing because they can't attend for due to real life stuff, then one of these floaters who I hope would understand that they need to keep up with the raids themselves by being pugs, another could jump in and join, you know what I mean?
And to do some training and get some good team synergy, you could do like the old Savage content, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people who want to raid hasn't even been able to go into the most recent Savage that is out now.
So, okay, surprisingly enough, I have never been an up-to-date Savage in general. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it like a progression thing? Once you beat the first thing, you go into the second, then the third, then the fourth.
And then
after
release
that,
a Savage, or extreme version, something of the sort.
Well, no, like once you're done with the Savage, like in Heaven's Ward when it was Alexander, once you're done with that portion, aren't you locked out, or like you can't get any more drops or something?
So yeah, when it first comes out, they usually create a cap each week. You can get like one item, like from each floor, and then maybe a couple months later, once they release the Echo, they unlock it so you can pretty much farm it and get everybody geared up.
Okay, so it's just like the 24-man ones. All right.
Yep.
I'm up for whatever. Just Nick never go Sean Connery again. Do a little savage.
Speaking of Sean, Lesh is just joined us in the channel. So Lesh, are you there?
Hello, everybody. Yeah.
Well, give yourself a little introduction.
Hey, my name's Leshrak Cadius. I think that's my name. Was with the Free Company for a couple years ago, and now I'm back. It's a good group here. I've been 3 or 4 different FCs on Adamantis, or Adamantis. I don't know.
So let's take a step back where we were talking about upcoming raids, putting two teams together, but I mentioned that you wanted to put together kind of a monthly glam contest for the FC. Do you want to expand?
Yeah. So I've done this in the past, other places in here, I believe. But yeah, for just like the month of June, just create a channel here and submit pictures of your glam. It's kind of a glam contest and screenshot contest, and then just at the end of the month we'll pick a winner and get some sort of prize, some guild or something. I don't know. So yeah, so I was gonna make a banner right now, and I'm gonna do edgelords to kind of celebrate Shadowbringers. So your edgiest edgelord glamour screenshot thing, and then just have people post them.
Oh, and it will go on Instagram whether you like it or not.
I vote one of the prizes be people's luck. I just need you guys to run stuff with me so I can sap all your luck from you.
Like I told you many times before, all you have to do is imagine myself wanting that item and it'll just drop to you. Like monk fists and I don't know, coil.
I used to steal stuff from Lush too when I became a dragoon and we were still running together.
Yeah, that was not fun.
All right, let's move back to what we were talking about. Raiding. Lesh, are you interested in raiding in the next expansion?
No, I'm a terrible raider.
So you just want to chill?
Yeah, I want to not Netflix and chill, but I do want to chill.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm more of a Crunchyroll and chill kind of guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have Funimation, but who's counting?
Either works.
All
So,
right.
okay, what was the next topic? Well, we're done talking about rating. So yeah, let me reiterate. No, we're in no rush to build teams now, because like I said, it's not going to. The actual Savage content won't be for a couple months after the expansion releases. So just enjoy the content as it releases, and then we'll talk about putting teams together.
Sounds good to me.
It's all about the blind runs, people.
Those are fun too. Oh yeah, being with FC members, you can go in there blind and just have just fuck around. You know what I mean? Without somebody dipping out in the first try. This isn't going to happen, guys.
Yes.
Like so many people.
Sassy is a fan of letting people do blind runs. When I came back from my 1.5-year break, she made sure that she didn't tell me anything and let me die.
He enjoys doing that, even with me.
It's good times.
It's funny, if you ask anybody who's done any farming with me, I specifically say just listen to what I'm saying and you'll be okay. I think, Mo, how many primals did I run with you to get you birds and whatnot? And I'm like, go out, come in.
We did a pretty decent amount of old primal runs to get me ponies, because I only had 2.
He's now the proud owner of all of them.
Yes, I am.
So, any some circle stuff, or?
No, nothing at the top of my head. Just a rating coming out the glam that Lesh is putting together. Once again, follow our Instagram and Twitter at the 7CFC. Yeah, that's it.
All right. In that case, let's move on to the actual game. From the last Circlecast, we have to talk about the Stormblood ending, which was actually kind of short.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I was like, okay, I guess we'll find out everything next month.
Wait, we're talking about that one quest that we got at the end?
Yep, the quest where we fight the meat suit.
Poor guy.
Not really. He seems to be fine with it. I mean, he wants his body back, but yeah, he's like, oh, you're gone again. That's okay. Get stronger so I can fight you. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go get my thing back.
Talking about Xenos.
Yes.
Yeah. But all the Garleans are like purpose for this, right? To become meat sacks.
Oh, they're supposed to. The whole idea of the Empire is to spread chaos, because it's just arm of the Asians, essentially. So, but let's try to go in order a bit. So basically, the first thing happens, we go and say, oh, we gotta go to the front. Xenos meat puppet showed up, and we go there, and we don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
I am looking up the Stormblood ending right now because
it was that.
It must have been so forgettable that I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, we showed up at the camp at Grimdark, and Ruban was there, and it's like, oh yeah, Xenos showed up. We need you to go fight him, and then we like pass out.
You get to play as Hien for a bit, which was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. He's kind of a sucky samurai, though. He has 5 moves?
Oh,
well,
okay. I
to be fair, everybody that you play as has like 5 moves. We see them use more, though.
Maybe they got brain damage right before we play as them.
Or, us possessing them just nerfs them.
Yeah, everywhere you go, most people were saying it was the most lackluster story. Like, Heaven's Ward was so much better.
Heaven's Ward was... Because I can remember everything almost about Heaven's Ward, especially Isael's, passing. And it was just really heartfelt, and you remember that.
Yeah.
And Stormblood is... I don't know, it's kind of... I'm sick of people dying, but not dying. I want people dead. Just fucking die. Stay dead.
I mean, I like that they brought Yotsuru back. I didn't like that they made her primal. In fact, I hate that fucking fight.
Yeah, that fight sucks, and I feel really bad about Yotsuru. I
wish we didn't need 2 redemption arcs. We really didn't.
Maybe do you guys think we'll run into her again? It's like in the multiverse of Shadow.
I hope not.
Whoa.
But as you said, people need to stay dead.
I mean, but they're bringing Infilia back, and she's a kid.
Well, she never died.
It might be that world in Minfilia, though.
Yeah, I hope we don't start seeing like clones of everybody.
Well, I wouldn't think so. Basically, this is skipping ahead, talking about Shadowbringers a bit, but it was 1,000 years ago when the shards were made, and ever since they were made, they've developed on separate tangents, so we shouldn't see clones.
Oh, that's right.
So are we going... See, this... Let's get back on topic. We'll go to Shadowbringers and my frustrations with this later.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that a bit, but so we go, and Hein and Lise and who else was there?
The ninja girl.
Yeah.
I forget her name. Yugiri.
Yugiri. Yeah. Oh my god, we are terrible. I can almost give you every NPC's name in Final Fantasy 11. I can give you almost every NPC's name in 11, but 14, I'm like, who the fuck was that?
But no, she's just that good of a ninja. You don't even remember her name.
Right?
There you go. Let's
She
go with
is a
that.
pretty awesome ninja, though. She makes 3 shadow clones and does 3 limit breaks with each clone.
No, right?
It is pretty bad.
I mean, who else is capable of these things?
Modan.
Well, I guess ninjas are getting 1 shadow clone in Shadowbringers.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool skill. I've
Yeah.
seen that.
But so yeah, they hold the line until we get there, and then they get their butts whooped about 3 seconds before we show up, and we fight Xenos Litibus meat puppet.
I did like that. We got to see ourselves in the third person. They're like, just wait till the warrior light gets here. Just wait, and you see your character running. It kind of shows how you do all the heavy lifting, for everything.
See,
From
I will say
killing
I
apocalypse gods to doing fetch quests.
had a tough time on that fight. I don't know. I think I went in as a dragoon, and for some reason, he just kept whooping me on some of those skills he had. I had to do it at least 3 times.
You see, I got extremely scared when I went in as a white mage, and I'm just looking at him like, huh, that's a lot of damage you do.
I have a stick.
I have a cane that throws pebbles.
The absolute coolest part in Stormblood, I think, though, is I forget what the area is called, but you play as Ishtola.
Oh, and
the planes.
near the Dawn Throne.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Dawn Throne. You learn how much of a badass she actually.
You mean the Burn Extreme?
Yes. And it wasn't a really easy fight, so.
Yeah, that was actually kind of a pain in the ass. I had to do that like 2 or 3 times.
So that was memorable. Plus the line when he's like trying to hit on her, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not into."
Oh my God, little son.
Little son, yeah.
Oh my God, the best insult.
But
Oh, you guys, did you hear about the? So me, Sassy went to the latest fan fest, and the guy who cosplayed as Little Son was one of her raid members. I forgot his name. Zena, that's right. He won the cosplay contest, and the girl that was hosting, he went up to her and started like, "Are you my son?" Whatever. The crowd was jeering. Thankfully, she fucked it up completely. She was like, "No." We were all hoping she would say not interested, like Ishtola, but she was like, "No." That's good.
missed
Just
opportunity.
acceptable.
But so going back to the end, so we fight Xeno puppet, and the cinema scene lied to us. We did not
Lied
win.
to us? Oh, yeah.
He got back up and was about to go back to us, but somebody decided to scream about opening the gates and stuff, and we passed out.
Oh, that's right. Somebody saved us. He was about to cut our head off.
Yep, somebody saved us, and we were elsewhere for a bit.
That's actually pretty cool because of how this game works. The Warrior of Light was actually vulnerable and lost. Because we're always like the number one, doing the heavy lifting, as somebody said. So we actually lost a fight and could have died if somebody were it not for somebody else saving us.
Yep. But we have a nice little chat with the Crystal Man.
We
We all
still
know
don't
who
his name, right?
Crystal Man is.
Yeah, we don't know what his name is yet. There are theories.
I'm guessing there are going to be doppelgangers based on Minfilia and him, because he's that Tia, that male cat girl,
The male cat girl. Wow.
who we left in Crystal Tower, on
funny.
this world.
Oh, that's a good theory. I like that theory.
It might
It
not
has
be
to
a
be.
copy. It might be him. The
It
Crystal.
might be him.
So you think Minfilia, the child Minfilia, is our Minfilia as well?
Yep, because
No,
you lose your
okay.
physical body when you normally you lose your physical body when you go to a different shard. I'm guessing that this guy knows a way to not do that, so we don't have to do that. But yeah, that's why That's why all the other Scions'
Oh,
bodies.
the Warriors. No, well, the Warriors of Darkness did that, and they said they died when they did it. Remember?
Yeah,
that.
but Menphelia's goofy now.
And not only that, this guy is at the top of the Crystal Tower. And let's not forget, didn't they say that the Crystal Tower is like years ahead of us? Ahead of like current technology in Eorzea?
Yeah, it's far advanced, but it's older than the Allagans because there's a copy of it on every shard, which means it was around when the shards got made.
Yeah, that's what they did to actually get most of their power, right? So the Allagans used the Crystal Towers as a power source for all their devices, and it kind of powered their whole, their generation of technology.
Yeah, they used it, but yeah, the main thing is that it was there already. It wasn't an Allagan thing.
It's like the pyramids or the Sphinx.
See, I knew ancient aliens.
See, I was over here thinking, maybe we're going back in time, and that's why Menphilia is a kid.
Nope, no time travel. We're not doing time travel ever. Shush.
And now this is sounding more like multiverse theory, in which case, God damn it.
I'd rather have multiverse than time travel.
Less shenanigans.
Then we'll wind up in one universe that is exactly identical to our universe, just further back in time.
This whole multiverse thing, how it's because there's a limited number of worlds, right? They mentioned
13.
It reminds me, yeah. Isn't that the same number of the latest Dragon Ball Z?
I think you're right.
Yes,
it is.
Or Universe 6, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there might be we might learn some kind of Ultra Instinct? If we do, I swear to God, I'm just gonna facepalm.
No,
I feel like
we're gonna
that
get Goku as a raid boss.
Don't we get Ultra Instinct every main story fight anyway? You have unleashed your power. You get stronger armor. It happens every fight.
What if we have an Egyptian cat boss?
Then we will banish him to the Shadow World. Activate our trap car.
Don't monks already have like a Kamehameha?
Yes,
we do now.
it shoots at
Elixir
four.
Elixir field, yeah.
So, okay, so we fight, we drop, we have a nice little check, we wake up, much to the joy of many fangirls and some guys, with God, I can't remember his name.
Amric.
See, I'm not the only one.
Yes. This fanboy.
But, he tells us that Estinian saved our butts.
Oh, that's right. It was Estinian.
Now there's a roleplay thing I would have wanted instead of Hein.
No, they're saving that for like another dragon. What is it?
So not only did all the girls' husbando Estinian save us, but the second husbando Imrek were in his bed. So I'm sure a lot of fantasies were fulfilled that night.
Pretty sure some fan art was made.
We do have a Not Safe for Work channel if anybody wants to share said fan art.
No, I think Antonio runs that channel.
This is totally off topic from the game, but did you see that last shit he posted? The horn? Oh my god. Alright, we have a Not Safe for Work channel for anybody who doesn't know. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of people go in there and just look for the horns. Alright.
Is this something I can just scroll through while I'm doing this right now?
Yes, you can.
You can.
It's gonna have the most content out of any channel on this Discord server, though.
What does that tell you? I mean, I don't know. No words. I remember the last leader. He did not want any kind of like a perverted channel. You know what I mean? Like a Not Safe for Work, or like where you can curse and be whatever. And I'm like, no, fuck it. People, if it brings people to the Discord into the FC.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I think we have a pretty good group of people where no one takes offense and like everything is funny. Like it's all good. I think back then, like we had some people who got like butthurt over the littlest things.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be very, very sure not to. So far, everybody that we've invited it's been word of mouth and invitations from current members. We're not just shouting and asking for people. That's how you get people with personalities that clash. If you keep it in house, basically with word of mouth and stuff, you avoid those situations. Which so far we've been.
Yep, Root Woot. I was originally recruited from Facebook in 2013. I found my original post of asking for an FC on Facebook.
So, so to finish up the thing, we get told, oh yeah, it's cool. Oedipus left the battlefield too, and then you find out that you got called back because Empire's in total disarray because there's been rumors being spread about that that he is actually a meat puppet around the Empire. So it's like, hey, be around so people quit thinking you're a meat puppet because you are.
Gotta love when plot armor saves us.
Yeah.
See, now I remember.
Well, we can't die too much. If you, I always say you can only die once in an an RPG story. Once you do it more than once, then it just becomes cheap. But so yeah, he's like, "Why'd you summon me?" Is because, well, people are saying my son is some demon wearing his skin. So why don't you stick around and show that you're not? And then some scientist comes up and it's like, "Sir, the black rose is ready to be created again." And then you get freaky emperor.
That's right. So he's gonna will end up using the black.
Yeah, did you guys know that the Alazin they show there? You meet him in an early quest in the Shroud. I forgot where the Deep Dungeon Shroud is, but right around there he has amnesia. You find out he worked on the Black Plague from Realm Reborn, and then you get to see him again now. It's a cool little Easter egg.
Really? Who is that? What NPC is it?
The Alazin with the dark hair and the beard.
Is he still outside Palace of the Dead?
No. He was a quest in that area. Like level 30 or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't do all those quests. Maybe I should go back.
Time travel.
Right?
But so yeah, and then basically we're supposed to wait around until the Scions and the what is it, Saint Cognac or something? The people,
That's what I call it.
yeah, the guys out in Mordona, the researchers, find that this beacon we're supposed to find to throw open the gates, and that's the end.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when it ended. I really thought they'd give some sort of lead into us going to the first, or some reason why we may become the Warrior of Darkness, but
like no end credit scene. Like, you know what I mean? Like how they did in Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward. They always had like one last teaser about.
Oh
no,
yeah. That Realm Reborn one showing the guy who becomes Thordian. That was so fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, that.
Wasn't there one with the Asians on the moon?
Oh
yeah, that was the end, or that was the end of the initial expansion of Heaven's Ward, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, then we had to wait like 4 months for the next patch for 3.1.
Yeah, they were talking about roll in a dark room.
I was like, give us the lunar whale. Let's go to freaking the moon.
Oh, but you know who does know apparently what we're going to become? Tataru.
Oh, because super edgy.
Tataru, why are you giving me bondage gear? What?
I know, like, but that was out of nowhere. Like, we don't even know that. Like, how does she know that we're gonna go? Like, what the fuck? It's like out of nowhere. It's like, oh, I'm having my hot tub.
I mean,
wink, wink.
Isn't it? Oh man. She's foreshadowing through premonitions.
I don't trust Lalas anyway, so.
Word.
Sneaky little buggers.
So, yeah, that's how that ends. And then we had one little extra story with Hildebrand.
The Mandeville Mambo.
The greatest dance ever created.
Yes. Hildebrand was less disappointing than in the Stormblood expansion.
Yes.
Man, a Realm Reborn was still my favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely. by
Just
far.
first meeting Godbert and then his mom.
Speaking of Godbert,
When he suplexed Hildebrand,
Oh my god.
it was the greatest cut.
I give it the Heavens Ward one where he like picks him up and like they're both flying in the air.
Yeah, like Russian suplex. Like, oh my goodness.
I didn't like the fact that he was going to fight us first. I was like, nope, this is the end. I'm dead. Like,
seeing Godbert's eyes just glow red at us.
Yeah, walks up to us, takes off his sunglasses slowly, and then looks at us with their red eyes. I'm like, well, it was nice playing this game. Didn't know they're going to end it
Well,
here.
right into his battle gear too.
I love how, like, the most recent one, you became like a super detective. Like every quest that you got, it was like, oh, go research this, go find.
Yeah,
this.
investigate that.
Yeah, it was like Sherlock Holmes.
And then Greg.
Yo,
Greg
Jimbo.
showed up.
Yeah, Greg.
I was very upset with that, actually.
Yes. Greg was actually Jim all along.
I like the fight though. The fight's pretty fun.
The
They had
fight
that
was
fight.
fun.
They had that at FanFest too. I did a lot better at FanFest, but for some reason here I like kept fucking dying.
It was
Was it
because
like-
you weren't with us.
That's true.
Yeah.
Was Sassy holding up her sign, looking for full party?
No, she
Or was
wasn't.
that Mary?
I swear, no, that was her. But she wasn't this time around. But I swear, if we were wiping to that, she would have made it very clear that she would have punched a so-called casual in the face, and then she would have hunted down Mr. Happy and punched him twice in the face just because.
And of course, what ends up happening when looks like we're going to fight Godbert, Hildebrand jumps in and actually manages to get him in a suplex.
And then the reversal. It's the greatest thing ever, man.
Yep. And then the bad guy slips Greg some of that mind-controlling drug and tells him to take him far, far away from everyone. I'm like, no, you don't tell Greg that. No, I know he is one of the two canonical characters that can travel between Final Fantasy worlds. No.
He's gonna
At
wind
least-
up in 11 now.
That'd be cool. But at least they set it up right. I mean, it makes sense that Hildebrand's going to be there. How he's going to be there at least.
Yep, they set him up to show up in the first.
Oh yeah, Hildebrand also goes through that portal, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Greg does an AoE and sucks the bad guy and Hildebrand into the portal too, and then Nashu jumps into it.
Sounds
after him.
dirty.
It's very.
Oh, and Greg didn't eat Indiku as the thought previously.
I knew he wouldn't. He wouldn't eat Enkidu.
What he did eat, it shall forever remain a mystery. So yeah, that was Hildy. So yeah, other than that, Shadowbringers.
Shadowbringers.
Finally
So-
got charged for it.
So from
Finally,
our-
my subscription to Hot Topic will pay off.
that reminds me, I need some folks to help me beat up Nidhogg and get him to cough up a scale so I can make my edgelord rapier.
I'll be down to help out with that.
Extreme?
Yeah. Just,
Only way.
I need a scale because I'm trying to go for a red reddish purple look to my glamour, and that's the only sword that really has a reddish purple look to it. So
Gotcha.
it'll be nice to use something other than my Kinnis sword, which has been my weapon glamour since Red Mage came out, because all the foils look garbage.
That's what I used to. How funny.
So what is it you need? Is it a rare item? Rare exclusive. Oh my god, this is the wrong game. Is it
It is a rare item. It's
Okay.
a really hard drop.
Yeah, it's the furniture slash primal weapon drop.
And it's called Scale of Nidhogg or Nidhogg
Yeah.
Scale.
Nidhogg scale.
If you just type in Nidhogg, it should pop up.
But because yeah, I mean the rest of the materials for it are pretty cheap, and I got enough crafting to make it. So, but
It's $2 million on the market board.
other than my glamour woes, so from talking in the last Circlecast, I would just like to say I was right.
Yes, on our last Circlecast, me, you, and Ruven, we had some very good theories, and we were pretty much right on the ball with most of them.
Do tell.
Did he just cut out?
What? Oh, I was just saying that we were right.
So, what were your guys' theories, and what are true now?
Well, we pretty much it was either going to be time travel or travel to to a shard and end up being a shard.
Okay.
I think we pretty much nailed it down. We had a bunch of theories, and we kind of narrowed it down to the most plausible. One of them being with like, who is this new Ishtola? Is it our Ishtola or is it a different Ishtola? And that led us to believe that we're actually going to another like dimension or another world, a multiverse, which turned out to be true. We are going to a different world.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
But I think my theory of Ishtola, and I'm pretty sure we don't have an answer to that yet, was that it's because Urianger called her Lady Matoya.
Master Matoya.
Master Matoya. And the theory I have is that because she's in a vegetative state basically right now, her body is like a shell, it's empty, that Matoya takes control of her body, and that's why Urianger refers to her as Master Matoya, and she practices black magic because Ishtola is a white mage, and Ishtola is a white mage, and Matoya is a black mage. So that's why we see in the Shadowbringers trailer that Ishtola is practicing black magic and wearing black magic gear. That's my theory, is that Matoya takes over Ishtola's body and kind of like protects our world while everybody else is in the other world.
I'm thinking Matoya is a title.
Could be.
That'll be interesting.
Possibly. I kind of started leaning more toward that because in Final Fantasy 1, where you had Matoya originally, Matoya was blind. You know who else is blind?
Who?
Y'shtola.
But the Matoya in Final Fantasy 1 was able to see using an item.
Yeah, the crystal eye, which the current Matoya has, but if it's a title, it would be fitting. I was just thinking that, it's fitting. She's the original Matoya was blind, Y'shtola is blind, so if she got the title if it is a title and she got it handed down to her, it would make a little bit of sense, and as far as like game lore goes, because she's blind, the original Matoya is blind, it works out.
It fits very well.
And if that means that she gets it if it's a title that gets handed down, that means the Matoya that we know of passes on.
Which wouldn't be out of sorts since she's old as dust, practically.
Oh, shit. Right.
She could possibly use all of her power and knowledge and experience to bring Y'shtola back, and then she just takes up the mantle of Matoya when Matoya
Yeah.
Why would she be the only one who's dead and possessed by someone else though? Like, because we see all the other Scions there on the first.
Well, my theory is that the Matoya is going back to my theories. Matoya takes over Ishtola's body, and Ishtola's soul is like sucked into the other world to help us. You know what I mean? So while here, Matoya takes over Ishtola's body to kind of like protect against the Garleans, while the Warrior of Darkness and the other guy Scions are out away. That's what my theory is.
Well, the one they showed, they were on the first though, because she was saying till our friend gets here, and then it's it's Astrologian. What's that dude's name? Thalazen. Urianger. Yeah, it's him. It's first Urianger with Matoya on the first.
I don't think they're on the first. I think they're on the source. Basically,
we're the source, right?
Yeah, we're on the main world, which is called the source.
So our world's the source?
Yep.
Okay. I thought the first was the source.
No. The first is the first shard.
Got it. So we're Universe 6.
Basically.
But,
nice.
So my theory is that the thing is that you got this Black Rose stuff going around, and every time a shard is completely destroyed, there's a catalysm in the on the source. So I think this Black Rose is going to be a new cataclysm, and the Crystal Cat Boy is going to tell us, well, if we can keep the first from being completely destroyed, that's going to take the sales out of the Black Rose being a cataclysm, because you can't have one without the other and vice versa.
Well, our world is in danger of going all to the white. That's why you have to become a warrior of darkness, right? So if there was a black plague or whatever, they would actually balance our world back out.
No. The first world is the one that's being overcome by light. That's why he's becoming the warrior of darkness, and he's going to help out the other world. Our world is, as of right now, it's balanced.
Oh, I thought all our shenanigans have pushed us to the light too far.
Right.
It could. I mean, that's.
But then there's the Actians who are constantly trying to make the balance, which I'm not even going to touch this.
Yeah, but you had I can't remember his name. The first emperor, who actually is an Asian.
Solus or something, right?
Yeah, Solus, that's it. You had Solus being like, oh, with the recent influx of light, I can do something with this Black Rose and make it, I'm going to go laugh evilly and walk off now.
Did you just give him a southern accent?
I like he's on Duck Dynasty all of a sudden.
But I think if we drive back the light in the shard, that's going to cut off some of the light from the source, and that's going to depower whatever plan that Solus has got, and it's going to stop another calamity from happening. I think that's why we are bothering, doing what this Crystal Cat Boy is telling us to do, is because it helps us in the end.
Crystal Cat Boy. That's a good name for a band.
I prefer Crystal Male Cat Girl. So do you think Xenos is our Jiren then?
I do not understand the reference.
Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah.
Not GT, but...
Oh, Jiren. Super, yeah. Sorry, you said Jiren. I heard Garo for some reason.
But all in all, we were pretty spot on. We all agreed that we were going to a different world, different dimension, and to help for whatever reason. And yeah, if you want to hear the full theory crafting about it, it's in the last Circlecast episode that we did 2 months ago in March.
Yep. Now, with the Shadowbringers, we had some changes to some of the current classes and jobs. I mean,
Yeah, they
Super
pulled
excited
out
for the new white mage.
a bunch of classes. Less work.
seems like for the most part, DPS are fairly okay with the changes. Some of them are very happy, like machinists.
Gundam.
Yes, my own personal robot.
Only reason why I'm planning on using it.
Yeah, you get
So-
Bioblaster and Air Anchor. That's pretty cool. Going more toward the Edward Mechanist.
Yeah, now we get an AoE poison too. Can't wait.
Which is once again going to be useless, just like the fire thing was. Flamethrower.
that- Oh my god! It pretty much just overheats your weapon completely. Like it takes like 2 seconds for it to overheat.
I don't understand the purpose of it. It only applies the debuff while it's active, and was it meant to help you build heat? Like that would be stupid because we have that one action. I forgot what it was called that gives it to you automatically to 50.
It's called cooldown.
Yeah, no, cooldown is the one that
Gives
cools
you-
it, like takes it away. Hold on, let me check.
No, cooldown automatically puts it at 50.
No,
There's
No,
one
barrel-
skill that
barrel-
puts
I'm
it at
sorry.
50.
Barrel
Cooldown
stabilizer.
brings it down by like 25, isn't it?
I'm mixing them up. Barrel stabilizer is what he's talking.
yeah, barrel stabilizer sets it to 50, and it's
Yeah.
only a 1-minute cooldown. So there's absolutely no reason to use that flamethrower. Do you know of a reason to use that flamethrower? I could never figure it out.
I mean, when you're probably doing like a normal dungeon and doing like a big pool, I mean, you could just sit there and use it. It does an okay amount of damage for the 10 seconds. But that I can't see much use of it past that.
Anyways, that's what I think that poison move is going to be. It's going to be another flamethrower.
Um,
And so they're going to bring poison back. So they're bringing deep. I mean, no, they're getting rid of debuffs though, aren't they?
Wait, they're getting rid of debuffs?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they're getting rid of like intelligence down or
Yeah,
not.
they're getting
of
rid
like
of any type. Well, it's not intelligence stuff. It's the bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
oh, that's right.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
they're getting rid of that stuff.
But like dots in general, they're not getting rid of that, are they?
No.
No, that's like
No,
that's a
that's
kit for.
That will murder.
No, they're just getting rid of synergy stuff so that there aren't, predetermined parties, so you don't need a Bard Dragoon together and stuff like that.
Except they're
But
going to
you-
require a dancer for every.
Yeah, everybody's gonna need a dancer. That's when Monad jumps in.
I'm sorry, no. That's when Vahi jumps in. No one's gonna be a better dancer than me.
Everybody's going to be a dancer, and everybody's going to be strip club everywhere.
Oh, are we going to see a
Yeah.
dance off in the future?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's see other notable DPS changes. Monk's getting a 4th Grease Lightning.
Monk's getting the biggest overhaul, aren't they?
And 3 shoulder tackles. What you mean?
2 shoulder tackles, not 3.
2?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we
well,
get a cool Kamehameha move, another one, which I'm actually very excited for because it'll. Originally, right now, our monk AoE efficiency really fucking sucks. We only have perfect balance in Rockbreaker. That lasts, you can do it 4 or 5 times if you have a good enough skill speed, and it eats up your TP. So they're getting rid of TP. We're keeping Rockbreaker, hopefully, I think. I didn't look at all the abilities. And they're going to give us the Kamehameha move. I forgot. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, so we're gonna actually, and it's gonna use chakra, which is cool because the only thing we had to use chakra for was, what's it called? Shadow Fist or something?
Isn't this your main class?
Yes, it is. But we've also, we know how bad my memory is. It's like being born and raised in a town, and like I don't know, I can't give you directions. I just know how to get there.
Let's see. Summoner's getting another Elder Primal summon.
Oh wait, really? I didn't see that one because I don't play Summoner. What are they getting now?
Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because when Louis Swa said, "Hey, don't tell anybody about this," we read it as, "Oh, we can summon you. That's okay," in front of lots of people.
Huh.
So apparently Summoner got a big rework, is that right? So you were a long-time Summoner main, weren't you, Raid? What do you think of
Yeah, I
it?
haven't really done it since they came out with Red Mage. Summoner was always my second favorite job. Red Mage has always been my first favorite. So as soon as they got Red Mage, I'm like, bye, Summoner. But it is the only other class I have at 70, so.
I just recently started leveling all my classes to 70. Our faithful guild leader has everything.
Wait, what happened? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all 70.
I'm getting my botanist to 70, which is the last class this week.
To be fair though, I don't actually level my crafting. I wait until they have that beast tribe quest that levels crafting for you. So I don't actually level my crafting in the traditional way. I kind of cheat.
I think that's exactly what I've done.
Hey, it's there for a reason.
They actually won because they recently had that event in LA, and they asked a bunch of YouTubers. Mystech actually asked if they're gonna put out the crafting like beast tribe sooner, so people can easily level their stuff to the next cap sooner. And Yoshi P's like, yeah, maybe. So we'll see how that works. Let's see. I can't think of anything. Dragoons get the
Another jump.
Yeah, the Nidhogg dive.
You know, I started as a Dragoon. I don't know how I became a White Mage main.
Hey, somebody's got to be the cleric.
Speaking of healers, Astrologian seems to they're getting rid of basically most of their card functionality as we know it.
Yep. Basically, the excuse is, well, they're always fishing for just getting balance, so we just made everything balance.
It's not entirely true. The arrow was extremely useful.
I love
A lot of
bowl.
it can get in the arrow. The bolt is good if your tank is a dumbass and pulls too much.
Yeah.
That's me all the time.
So, yeah, I think there wasn't really anything to talk about else in DPS. Like I said, they mostly were pretty good. But, yeah, healers are the big one that they've completely changed most of them, except White Mage.
White Mage is getting an increase to their DPS, I heard.
Yeah. White Mage, or I should say, I mean, they're changing too, but they got like the least. It seems like they got the least amount of taken away, except they don't get rocks and wind anymore. They get holy magic.
I mean, considering most of the White Mage skills became the job skills.
That means Geomancer's coming.
Ooh.
Yeah, Geomancer's going to be throwing the rocks and the
It's gotta
wind.
come.
I mean, they only hinted at it so hard.
In the Astrologian quest, they talk about how Geomancy and Astrologian are tightly wound together.
That
They're
was
gonna break
Geomancy and Conjuring. Anyway, but yeah, so the White Mages get their elementals changed to like holy magic, and their lily system was reworked a bit. They get like a big nuke once they use up all their lilies.
Oh, I liked how that thing looked, by the way. That, the new Lily thing.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, and then you had the astrologian changes, like I said, changed them all to be essentially balanced, and then have some sort of seal system. I don't know. Astrologians seem pretty up in arms about it.
I like Astrologian how it is right now, simply because it actually requires a lot of work and effort to get it right. The fact that they're dumbing it down a little bit, I don't like that. It's like if they took Monk and dumped it down, took away positionals. If they took away positionals for Monk, I'd be very fucking upset, because that's what makes the job is the positionals.
Yeah, apparently this seal system is supposed to replicate it a bit, where you want to try to get like one of each seal, and then you get like, I forget if it's a big heal or a big DPS, the more different seals you've got. But yeah, we'll see. Oh my, and then we have Scholar.
I haven't even looked at the Scholar changes because I really have not liked Scholar at all for Stormblood. So what's changing?
Well, first of all, the two different fairies they're basically, hey, I heard you wanted fairy glamours. Well, now both fairies do the same thing, so you get to pick which fairy you want.
Oh my god.
That's so Japanese.
It's like a
Wait.
teacher one. If nobody can have fun, then everybody's gonna.
Yeah, so
Not have fun.
Celine and Eos do the same thing now. They get the same like bonuses, so it doesn't matter which fairy you have out now. They get a new fairy, which is the fairy that shows up for their LB3. But they basically had their DPS just completely gutted. They lost a lot of their Aether Flow attacks. They have like literally 3 DPS attacks, a really, really crappy area of effect attack that it does just a tiny bit more damage than Holy, but it takes like, was it like 75% more mana or something like that?
Sheesh.
You know what? I'm kind of happy. Do you know why? Because scholars in raids, even small dungeons, they never fucking heal. They just want to be fucking DPS. So fuck scholars, fucking heal, okay? Take away their DPS so they can fucking heal for.
And I'm just reminded of Larry. Larry's
Larry's are.
yeah, his basically scholar video where he says, "This is the healer. I'm not the healer. This fairy's the healer."
Oh my gosh.
It's extremely frustrating though when you have a white mage and a scholar in a raid. I'm not even the white mage, but I'm sitting here, I'm watching the scholar casting miasma and dots over and over when half the party is fucking dying. Like, are you serious? And their excuse is always, well, in raid, you know, scholar is what they do, it's what they DPS. And this isn't a fucking raid. It's like Crystal Tower. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, it's a dungeon. It's Copperbell fucking Mines. Can you throw out a heal, please?
Oh.
Well, Copperbell that low, you're
Well, yeah, you guys can do
okay.
that.
Going forward though, and like I don't know, some random dungeon at level 70, fucking heal, please. Like, it's frustrating to see. Like, whatever.
It's frustrating to see the red mage healing me more than the
Yeah, like the red mage is raising people, and the scholar, it's a fucking green icon. Heal, fucking heal.
But no, apparently that's why they're making the changes, is because they want the healers to heal. It's like, hey, why don't you heal? You know, the job that you picked, healing, you're going to do that now. You can DPS a little bit still, but the main thing is healing. And apparently the one dungeon they had for the like the people to try at that event, apparently according to them, the damage, it seemed like there was a lot more sustained damage, so healers are going to have to really keep up on healing to be able to get through it.
So
They'll just tell the guys to get better.
I had my old roommate who helped me level most of my things to 70 while he was active. When he was leveling Scholar and I would level a tank, I would see him get up, walk away from his console, fix a sandwich, and come back while we're in the middle of a poll. And I'm just looking at him like, why
Yep,
do
that
you
sounds like a
leave
scholar.
EOS to do this? He's like, you're getting healed anyway.
Did you die though?
But did you die?
No, I popped hollow ground. I was smart.
he didn't die because all the fucking DPS is throwing up mantra and the fucking healer, the tank is doing every fucking buff that he can to stay alive. And you're like, did you die? No, not because of you though. You fucking
Man,
And
Clemency
Very
became
fucker
my
heal.
best friend.
And then the red mage is in the corner, frankly curing people to try to keep them alive.
Oh my god.
which is DPS healing is totally correct thing to do when you're in a savage raid. It's totally the correct thing to do when you're in the latest primal and you're beating it. That's totally the correct thing to do. Both whatever your astrologins throw up dots and attack. But when you're in a normal fucking dungeon, when you're in a 24-man raid, when you're in the fucking burn, heal. You fucking heal, okay? The dungeon isn't that difficult enough that we need the fucking scholar to throw up their dots. We can take care of it.
Yeah.
So, and then, let's see, healers are, so got a little bit of riot going on the healer side, and then tanks are kind of like a little nervous because they did dumb down a few things. Paladin gets a gap closer.
Hooray.
Yay. Oh, another thing I know Lesh is happy about, and I am, how much faster they made jump.
Oh, yeah.
They increased.
I abandoned Dragoon
Oh,
a year ago.
Oh, I didn't know. What are you now?
Red Mage.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, all the faster that'll allow them to, be face first on the floor.
No, I like how smooth they made it. And then the Life of the Dragon only takes 2 eyes now, and there's like an AoE rotation. It looks fun. I try it out, definitely.
Yeah, I just recently abandoned Dragoon and Eureka. Eureka.
Eureka. Yeah. That's why I picked up Machinist again, just because of Eureka.
Yeah, most... sorry, go.
One of the FC people actually just finished Eureka.
Yeah.
Hidatos.
I have to go back in.
Darian.
Yeah, that's right. He got the 405 weapon.
Yep. I heard he just got it yesterday.
Don't you get a 4 or 5 weapon though from the last stage of Savage?
Yes. Do you want to fight that last form of Savage, or do you want to grind Hidatos?
I want to do both. I need 4 or 5 weapons for multiple classes.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Beginning of Shadowbringers.
I completely gave up on Eureka. Like, it's too much. I'm good.
It's so hard to do, especially if you don't have like a full group going in with you, like to help you escort you around or something.
Yeah,
it's so hard to do if you don't have the car.
That too.
True.
Yeah, I threw my hands up once I got the pyro, so I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's supposed to be.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's supposed to be better starting with pyros, but freaking Pagos it killed my soul.
Pagos kills a lot of people.
I'm in Pagos.
That's the second area, right?
Yeah.
If I had kept up with it, I would have grinded everything out. But the fact that if you didn't keep up with it, then you're fucked.
And they said it's nearly impossible to get the elemental bonuses now too, because
nobody's running BA anymore.
So
Pagos, land of the ice and snow, where ain't no fun and the grind is slow.
Yeah, that was impressive.
I've gotten so much 60 relic stuff done. Just because it's easier than well, first off, the glamours look cooler.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you.
No. It's so much easier to get than any other relic weapon in general. Like,
sure.
I almost want to push myself through Pagos because I do like how the rapier looks at the end of it. You got that blue fire effect. The end result though, after you get through Hydratos and get the final upgrade, ugh.
You can always buy the replica.
Yeah, or I could just beat Pagos and be done.
Yeah.
I only want to finish the story. That's all I care about. I don't care about the weapon anymore. I don't care about any of that shit.
Pretty much.
Which I can do by myself because you level up via the challenge log and shit, and it's whatever. It's a bit slower, but you don't actually need anybody to do that. So
Yeah.
a year from now, I'm sure I'll finish.
Has anyone here actually done the last stage of Savage for 405 weapon?
Alphascape V4 Savage? Nope.
Is it like hard to do?
Oh, yeah, Savage.
Wait. Did No, I'm thinking Malia, a different FC member.
Well, Sassy has. She's.
I mean, no, yeah, their raid group does it constantly. I knew that.
As far as anybody else in the FC, I actually don't know. I don't think anybody else has been keeping up with Savage content. Oh no, Cheeria.
Yeah.
But then again, he used to be part of Sassy's group, so he doesn't count.
I actually have a small group of people who I'm trying to run through regular Alphascape who are stuck on Omega right now. Landboard and Starboard cannons just get everybody.
Yeah.
So, and then I think the only thing that was really stand outside Paladin's Gap Closer is that Dark Knights get a little friend.
Take away Dark Arts, yes.
Thank God.
Oh my goodness. Leveling Dark Knight.
Sort of.
Frustrations.
It's still in there, but it's weird now. I'm not going to go into it because I don't know all the details, but it's still there, sort of. But yeah, no more having to hit it like every move.
Yeah.
And then you get a little buddy. You get your dark side. You can summon it.
Just get it.
Wonder if it's gonna be that first guy who died in the story of the Dark Knight.
I can't remember his name.
I would be impressed if he did.
Well, I mean, it looks just like you, but it's gosh, I can't remember his name. And I used to.
Talking about Frey?
Frey, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. How did I forget that?
Could be Frey. He is your dark side.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be Frey? It looks just like him.
So yeah, that seems pretty cool. But aside from job changes, you got the new races. And there was much salt to be had.
I wanted to be a sexy bunny boy. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, at first when they you're talking about the new Hrothgar and Vera.
Yep.
So at first when I saw the Hrothgar, I was taken aback, just like everyone else. To me it seemed out of place, I guess. For Final Fantasy 14, at least not for Final Fantasy. There's always, Rondo's an example, but for 14, it seemed really out of place and almost like a last minute decision for them to put in this race. And it almost felt like there was somebody on the outside of Final Fantasy 14 that kind of pushed this decision, because even when Yoshi P was introducing it, he was reserved. He was like, yeah, now we have this new race called the Hrothgar. Okay. He was just like stone cold face when he was introducing it the whole time. I think he knew the reception that it would bring.
Yeah, well, he said that, we had a choice. We either could do male and female of one, or we could do, because there are people that wanted a more bestial race, which despite what people that really wanted male bunnies said, there were people that wanted a more bestial race. It's like they could either do one race and do male and female, or they could do two races and have one of each sex on each side. And since there's lore reasons why there wouldn't be bunny boys, as playable characters, they decided to go with male Ronso, effectively, or Hrothgars.
Even though we have seen the female Ronsos.
Yeah, in Final Fantasy. I mean, lore-wise, lore-wise, we haven't even heard of Hrothgars.
That's true.
Which is the weird part, is that it's like we have like Fran in like on patch 4.4, we have Friend, we have established, we have established Vieira presence in 14. Hrothgars are just going to show up on Shadowbringers patch and be like, "Hi guys, we're the new race. Yeah, you don't know us, but we're cool."
On launch day without any explanation at all. Yeah, so I was reading an article. Yoshi P said that these are going to be the last new races they'll ever add to the game, and they want to appease as many people as possible, so they put the Vieira in, which people have wanted, and they put a bestial race in. They didn't have time to do the other gender.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll do it at some point. They did say the last new races, so maybe they'll do male Vera and female Hrothgar at some point.
And a future
another
patch,
thing he was saying is that whenever
5.1.
new items come out, they have to add them for each race and gender. So
And
adding an extra, adding a new. Well, not so much for the Vieiras and stuff who are similar body shapes, but they have to add them now. 2 more races they have to render for these guys. So I still don't know if they'll add male bunnies or female Hrothgars or not, because that's more they have to do each patch.
Well, they could. I mean, I could see them adding it, but they might do it over time. They might do like maybe male Vieiras in the next expansion, just so people will shut up, and then do female Hrothgars in the expansion after that.
Well, the biggest, well, maybe not the biggest, but the other big reason why Yoshi isn't doing male Vieira is because of lore-wise, right? As far as the Final Fantasy franchise is concerned.
That's what he said.
Yeah, but I can only assume if the producer of Final Fantasy 12 gives him the green light at some point saying, yeah, create male Vieira, then Yoshi would be like, okay, let's create something out of it. Because in Final Fantasy 11, we had only female Mithra. Male were talked about, just like Vieira were, but we never saw them. We only saw one male Mithra the entire time. That was during the Wings of the Goddess expansion, and he was a soldier or something. But we only saw him that one time, and now in Final Fantasy 14, it's a common male Makota is a very common thing.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. The thing is, in the lore, they're supposed to be actually pretty rare, actually. And yeah, you see, I mean, they you never see any. They are actually kind of rare. I mean, you have like 1 or 2 at each of the Seekers of the Sun camps, but it's always the chieftain and like his sons essentially. And then you never see any the moon ones, male ones, ever, except for the one dude that shows up in the Beast Tribe endings at each expansion, the guy that's always wearing the leopard thong at some point.
So I think they could introduce male Vieira, but I just don't think they will without the okay with the Final Fantasy 12 creators.
I don't even think they have to do that. I think they just had an out so they didn't have to make the male ones. They had an actual lore reason to have an out so they can make the Hrothgars to make the people that wanted a more bestial race happy. So, but I mean, I don't think it would be too hard to say why males show up. I mean, all you'd have to do is say, Connie Cena takes a trip to the jungle and figures out how to wake up the elementals there, and now the males don't have to be there to defend it all the time.
Yeah, there's always some lore crap that
but
they're releasing Hrothgar with no lore. I don't think that's their concern.
Yeah, that's a very good point. They're really concerned about lore. What the fuck is a Hrothgar? In 14, we never made any mention, and all of a sudden they're just out here.
Hoi.
Yes, and Hrothgar should have Australian accent. I'm the warrior of light.
Are they going to run upside down too?
Yes.
It's so funny because when I was testing out the voices for Hrothgar in the preview, none of them sound like they went to it. Like, none of them at all. Like, they didn't have like a deep voice roar or anything like that.
I hope their sprint is like them running on all fours.
That would be epic.
It would be epic.
That would be a very good thing that they could do.
I doubt it. That would take a lot of work, and having the armor not look like ass while doing it. Yeah.
That is also true.
But oh, by the way, don't there is currently a Twitter contest from Square Enix that you make a Hrothgar or a Vieira and you put it on Twitter. You should check their the Final Fantasy 14 main page. You can get a cool in-game item.
Is there a way to do that with the PS4?
No, because you need to do it from benchmark.
You see? They hate PS4 users.
But yeah, I'm gonna do it. I only need 2 more of those special items, and then I'll have them all. I just need to get the Gale Cat hat and the Mandragora choker. I've already got the other 4.
Ooh, how's everybody feeling about the Moogle event going on?
I was excited about it, but then I saw how many runs you would have to do to get even 1 item, and then I wasn't so excited.
See, I've been getting them from doing dailies and leveling up. So, if you're leveling up a class, you'll get it from the low level dungeons. You do your daily raid or your daily 50, 60 dungeon or whatever. And normally I got 27 so far.
They do nothing to decrease my desire to make a Moogle skin rug.
So, I'm just saying, as somebody who's been after that Pegasus mount since it came out, I was super excited when I finally grinded out the 50 that I needed in the first 3 days.
And now you're burnt out for Shadowbringers.
No, I've actually been running Cash from Meridium, not nonstop. I've been taking breaks because, God, I cannot do all those cutscenes all the time. But 30-minute runs.
You can't skip the cutscenes?
You can't skip the cutscenes in Cash from Meridian or Praetorium anymore. That's the biggest deterrent.
That's a no from me, dog.
That's when I was leveling up my jobs to 70, it wasn't like that. I would run main scenario roulette and just run through it in 15, 20 minutes, didn't matter which one. And now it's I gotta sit there through cutscenes. And it wouldn't be so bad, but Praetorium, everybody that you run into has this big old bad villain monologue. You have Gaius when you first see him, Nero when you first see him, Gaius 2 more times, then La Habrea 2 more times, and it's all of that dialogue is 20 minutes on its own. But Cash from Meridian, 25 minutes, I think, was my lowest time.
I've just been doing a couple of Circus Tower runs every day. I'm getting obviously bored with it, but so during the Skilla fight, when I get every time I get frozen, I take a screenshot. So I'm going to be posting on Instagram all the times that our leader got frozen by Skilla. With the weird facial expressions and poses.
I kind of want to get the answers or cohesion scroll, but I just look at it at the number I need. I'm just nah.
That's my
Pegasus mount. I'll be good.
Apparently,
the answers orchestra is my goal.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to get it just because it's kind of a pain to get it because you have to go and do the final bosses of each of the coil binding coils. You have to do all 3 end final bosses, and it's just I don't want to do that.
Wait, how come nobody has the Pegasus mount? Why do I have it?
Because it's it was in what's that place called that's been abandoned?
Diadem?
Yes, thank you. Actually, if you get a group together, it's supposedly not that hard to get it.
Yeah, you can get it in 2 runs.
Yeah.
I just looked. I have it in my inventory. I must have got it from that place before
Yeah.
I left.
The only issue is getting a group together to go get it because it's diadem and no one does diadem.
I thought they stopped all diadem stuff.
No, I was in there a couple of months ago.
Yeah, no, it's still there.
They did like a point last year. They were fixing stuff apparently,
And yeah,
which
only
maybe 2 people have gone in since then.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, anything else in Shadowbringers someone wants to talk about?
Why did they name it Shadowbringers? Why do we have another SB?
Oh my god, yeah. My dyslexic ass is always like, I can't wait for Shadow Blood.
It's Shib.
Yeah. I find myself doing that all the time.
Yeah, there isn't really. You already talked about the stuff coming out. You got the not Lalafels, dwarves. Still don't know. Oh, they did. We hadn't talked. The details of the actual raid weren't released yet. You got Eden.
Oh, that's gonna be
Wait.
the Savage, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be the 8-man raid.
Yeah, and that's what
Eden, like the Eden from Final Fantasy VIII Eden?
No,
Maybe.
well, it might have that in there, but no. This basically where the main story is apparently bringing darkness back to the first. The raid Eden is bringing the other elementals back to the first because all the elementals except light are gone. So we're gonna bring fire, water, wind, ice, lightning, all them back.
Captain Planet.
But yeah, that's gonna be the new Savage content. I'm really, really looking forward to the Yorha from Nier, the
That's
new 24-man raid.
24, yeah.
That's gonna be so cool. I'm really curious as to how the hell they're gonna implement that in Final Fantasy 14.
I'm wondering what the new primal mount's gonna look like.
So we got birds, we got horses, we got dogs. Dragons.
Kitties.
Oh yeah, we don't have dragons.
Yeah.
That'd be
We
freaking
have
baller.
like a dragon mount, but nothing that's like a chain of dragons.
Kitties.
Kitties
Maybe
would be nice.
cat, like Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, battle cats.
Ooh,
Battle.
We heard you like kitties, so we put in kitties to ride kitties.
We're gonna get Zoids.
Yes. Oh my God, how cool!
that'd be so great.
That'd be amazing. And then when you jump into the air and they start flying, they transform. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, they'd have to do that. We have to start a
Alright.
petition now.
Yep.
So they did actually show one NPC that's involved in the Eden quest, some girl named Gaia, who wields a warhammer.
And we're not getting, what was it? Geomancer because
Because it's too obvious.
It's because they don't have healers balance, and they didn't want to introduce another healer while they're trying to balance them, which they've been trying to do over the last pretty much the whole game.
They'll do. I think they will introduce one. It's going to be mid expansion, just like they did with Ninja Thief.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
but
that'd be
apparently,
good.
yeah, but apparently they had to come up with like animations just for her because she wields a warhammer for her weapon.
Or they'll probably just copy Nero.
No, it was in an interview. They said they had made like custom animations just for her because of her weapon.
Oh, okay.
And meanwhile, I'm like, can I has that weapon, please? Yes, thank you.
Oh Nick, I hate you now. I got that scholar body piece, but there's nothing to go with it. Like I can get the white gloves, but there's no dress pants. Like I can't find any type of dress pants. Maybe the gold saucer.
Go ahead and check out the event items.
Yeah. I'm trying
Same
to
thing
make
as the regular items, just 30,000 less.
I'm trying to make my glamour for my Dark Knight Elias from Magus Bride.
Well, as far as Shadowbringers, anything else somebody wants to bring up about it that they're interested in, or?
Real quick, does anybody remember the Hildebrand dance emote? What's it called?
The Mambo?
Mandeville
Mambo.
Yeah. As far as
There you
Gunbreaker,
That one.
Oh,
which
yeah.
we have not even talked about yet.
Oh, either new class. That's right. Didn't even bring up the new classes up. Dancer and
we brought up
Gunbringer.
Dancer. We did bring up Dancer,
a little bit.
and how I'm gonna be the ultimate dancing hoe.
Dancer looks complicated as fuck. Did you
Yeah.
guys see it?
I did. It's like you could do a move to go to this one, and this move also takes you to this one, and then you build up these 3 dances, and you can do this set of dance when you're close, and then this is your AOE set of dances, and then this is your AOE buff dance.
Yeah, everything's 50% procs. So if it does this, then you do this. But if it does this, then you do this, and then you're gonna do that from this.
Honestly,
I
I
just
love
feel
that.
like I'm
I fucking
playing.
love that.
I feel like that's gonna be playing one of those oh man, anybody played Bloody Roar back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember Yuriko?
Wow.
How you just like button mash everything for her and she just does crazy combos? That's Dancer. That's gonna be Dancer.
Hey, Astros, do you really like the RNG aspects of your job? Well, screw you. We're giving them to Dancer now.
I really like that though. I like the more complicated a job, the more I like it. That's why I like Monk. A lot of people. Machinist is a lot of fun because of it. So the more complicated a job, the more it appeals.
I've actually been falling in love with Bard again, which is why I went out and I got this glamour set. I have the full Amon glamour on my Bard.
I'm actually finally getting around to get all my classes up to 50, and I only did it so I could clean up my armory chest a little bit. But
Well, that's smart because there's not gonna be another 50 again. Yeah.
But and then we have the other new one, Gunbreaker.
That looks fun. It looks cool. Looks more of a DPS than a tank.
Yeah.
This is like they created a DPS and just said, "Oh no."
In the video of them doing the skills for the Gunbreaker, they said that it didn't feel balanced though. Like it didn't have as much of the tanking skills of other classes, and its damaging abilities were quite kind of low on the number scale. So they said hopefully they can do some more balancing before it actually gets released.
And yeah, I mean, it looks cool. We'll see what happens. But yeah, anything else about Shadowbringers?
Going back to Gunbreaker real quick, everybody get ready to see everyone in their squall outfits.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the pose they have, huh?
I will murder them all.
I'll rescue them into death, do not worry.
I have a feeling a lot of people are
have-
gonna change their name to like XX Squall X.
Do I still have rescue in the next patch? I hope so.
Yes.
Good. I have my ultimate grieving skill.
But yeah, other than that, that's all that there was really to talk about. We always do the final bit where usually it's a top 3 list, but I figure this time we'll just do one to make it easy. What was your favorite part of Stormblood?
Oh,
Silence.
shit.
Kind of
hold
put
on.
us in a spot here.
Favorite part of Stormblood? Wait.
You go first, Raid.
Probably the Burn Savage.
The Burn Savage? What?
Yeah.
Because of how difficult it was.
No. You stole his little.
Oh, that, right.
Oh, the Dawn Throne fight.
Yeah, the little son.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that whole area. I'm a Zayla as my character, so it was kind of cool seeing like their backstory and just. I did all the side quests in that area.
Man, I want a side quest branch where we
I
just
never
meet.
do that.
Yeah, I want a side quest branch where we just meet like all the different tribes because there's like 100 some odd tribes there. I want to go see them. I want to see their lore. It would be cool.
Oh, I know my favorite part of Shadowbringers.
Stormblood.
This is yeah, Stormblood, yeah. Fighting Suzaku. I loved the Suzaku fight. Everything about it was just so freaking. I love the music. I
haven't even done it yet.
I had to grind out just to get. I did every dog farm that I found just so I can hear the music while I fought for her. It was just so good. I'm so happy I have the dog and I don't have to do it anymore.
I don't have a specific, because everything that I really liked ended up kind of being a disappointment. But I guess, like, same boat as Lesh and Raid, the whole Dawn Throne area was really cool. Especially that tribe. What were they called again?
There's
Maul?
like multiples.
The dark-skinned.
The ones who reincarnate.
Yeah, the reincarnate.
Yeah, I don't know their name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, anyways, there was a quest, a side quest in that tribe where you think you're helping a girl out, like to.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Then and
she goes up
you
north.
find out that you find out that she fucking committed suicide, so she can. It's like, oh shit, okay, that's kind of dark for Final Fantasy.
Not just.
And also there was.
Oh, it wasn't that she was just committing suicide. She was committing suicide in a way that would prohibit her from being reincarnated.
And that's extremely dark, you know? And then there was that other quest that you're escorting this lady through all the lands, and finally you get to Ralgar's Reach, and the place that she wanted to head to was the grave of her brother or husband or something like that. And you didn't realize it was that. She just went like, oh, I'm going to meet my brother. I'm going to meet him and say hi, you know, or visit him, whatever. And you go through these areas. She's in that area. It's like, oh, here's my brother, and he's dead. He's fucking 6 feet on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, okay. So I like how Stormblood was a little darker in its storytelling than the light, you know, happy-go-lucky shit that's always seemed to have been in Final Fantasy 14.
Well, look at what happened in The Realm Reborn, though.
What?
The first, that girl who winds up in Tamtara.
Yes.
With the head of her ex-lover.
That will forever. That is one example of pre-Stormblood, yeah. No, not
Ida.
Yeah.
Her.
Yeah,
no.
That was her name.
No. What was her? It was something like that, but not.
Oh my god.
Edda.
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 Edda. Okay.
Well, she was down there with his head, trying to resurrect him.
Well, she did resurrect him.
I love how they kept her story alive too into the Palace of the Dead.
Yeah, and then she comes back in Palace of the Dead.
So yeah, that whole storyline is my favorite. It's a good example of a dark storyline, but it's like one in very very few in Realm Reborn and Heavensward that were actually really as dark as Stormblood is.
I also have to mention the Fish Boys. They were amusing.
The Namazu.
Yeah, they're they're like Muggles, except they actually understand how worthless they are, so they don't act high and mighty. They actually are pretty laid back.
Actually enjoyed the entire Namazu Beast Tribe storyline.
Because it was a bit dark, wasn't it? And every time you finished a quest, you saw what could have been if you didn't help them out.
Yeah. Well, no, I particularly enjoyed it because every time there was one Namazu quest that he jumps off of the Dawn Throne and forgets to attach the bungee cord.
Oh yeah.
And then you find him just flopping on the bay somewhere in one of the lakes. I just love that particular picture of them just flopping on the floor like that.
Well,
I love the mount too. That you see that one Namazu on the mount like freaking out.
Yeah, with his eyes. It's just so freaking priceless.
Well, I mean, right at the beginning, that's how the whole thing starts. You see one of them flopping on the ground, and your character's immediate reaction, no matter what option you pick, is to walk away. It's just like, nope.
My favorite part is a small part. It's like not that. I don't know. It might be significant. The Doman Enclave area, how everybody's coming together to rebuild the area, and you can do your part of helping them by donating and all that.
That is such a politically correct thing to go with.
I mean, but it's true. That's I felt like it was a good thing for them to do. Like you contribute and then you do these missions. They come to thank you as they're still rebuilding and stuff like that, and you pretty much help them rebuild the whole area.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to see the Doman kids again. I remember back in during Heaven's Word, you always had I'd always end up going back to more Dona in between each patch just to see what they're up to. It's kind of cool that they showed up in that too. The Doman Adventurers Guild. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that part. I wish I could buy those lanterns though, man.
The what?
Oh, yeah, the lanterns at the ends.
Oh.
And just the one that's in the shop, those look really cool. But I was kind of shocked that they weren't housing items you could buy.
Just have them floating around the house.
Or they're not even just hanging ones or floating ones. They had ones that were ground based and ones that were ceiling based. And it's man, those are they're really pretty, and they all had different colored light effects. I was man, I would love some of those. And then it's got through and I'm what? You don't sell those? That's stupid. You literally sell them. You say that is one of your main sources of income, you bastards. Sell me some.
They don't have any for sale for you. They're busy selling in bulk.
See if I rebuild their kingdom next time.
I think the only one left to answer that question is Modad. What was your favorite part of Stormbringers? Shadowblood.
I did. I said the Doman Enclave.
You said the Namazu.
Oh,
I mean the Doma.
Okay, maybe
Get
I just
together,
wasn't
FC leader. Jeez.
Dude, I can't even
Isn't that
remember.
everybody?
So what do you expect from me?
There we go. His ADD is acting up again.
No, it's okay.
You know what? My excuse right now is while we're talking, I'm actually playing Final Fantasy 11. I'm doing cutscenes.
Yeah, I've walked by you with different things in 14 a couple of times.
I can do it on the screen. I have my TV going. Lesh is looking hot as always.
He looks a goth girl.
Thank you.
Oh wait, is that Lesh?
Speaking of, just to interject with Seven Circle stuff, me, Mary, and Xanados have resubbed to Final Fantasy 11. So we were on there occasionally. I'm on there a lot right now simply because there's not a lot to do in 14 until Stormbringers, whatever it's called, comes out. So I'm just doing catching up on old expansions and stuff. But of course, when Shadowbringers comes out,
SP2.
when SP2
Shit,
comes
my
out,
God.
I'll obviously will be on there full time.
I was gonna say, is there anything new for you to do on 11?
Yeah, dude, I haven't been on here in 7 fucking years. 7 years.
Wait, have they been keeping up with 11?
There's
Have they been adding more content?
They not new content, no, but they update the content every month now. They have one expansion and one add-on called Rhapsodies of Vanadel. They actually did a cross thing on Final Fantasy 14 a couple of years ago.
The Chantoto, right?
Well, no, I was way after that. But it basically Rhapsodies kind of ties Final Fantasy 11 story together, just ends it.
Yeah, the Phoenix girl ends up being in from 11, comes over to 14 and gets stranded there because it's nah, you're not supposed to exist. You're going to be here now.
Yeah. So I kind of created Seventh Circle again on Final Fantasy 11. So if there are any previous Final Fantasy 11 players that are interested, I got a shell going. Me, Xanados, and Mary, we've been playing. I just want to hop on there.
My character's long been deleted. When they used, or last time I played, they were still deleting it if you unsubscribed for like 6 months. So.
Oh yeah, my character's no longer there.
Dude, it's been 7 years. My character's still there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I stopped playing when Ugan came out. I think I played long enough just when they introduced personal chocobos, and I had one of the first max speed chocobos in the server I was on, and I made so much money because I sold the breeding rights.
But just throwing it out there.
Or it had max speed and stamina, so that was like one of the first two. But so yeah, I just sold the breeding rights. And I had like something like I can't even remember, like millions of gil. Gave it all to the gil or Link Shaw as a part of, and then I took off.
Wasn't it hard to make money in 11 too? Like money meant more in 11.
Yep, still is actually.
It costs money to die there, doesn't it?
No, it costs XP.
Oh.
It actually.
Yeah, you can de-level, right?
Yeah, which is a lot of fun. They tried to mimic Final Fantasy XI in Eureka, but they kind of went about it wrong. All they did in Eureka was make the mobs incredibly hard.
Yeah, it was. They tried to make it like Final Fantasy XI, but all they did is make it completely like level 10 to 20 grinding in Volcrum Dunes all over again.
No,
Yeah.
when me and Nick went in there, it was ridiculous. So we were doing 19, and just going up one level monster was like unbeatable for us.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, even if you have like 100 fucking people with you, if you fight a mob that's 2 levels above you, you're dead. Like, what the fuck is the point? That's why I like Eureka. I like the idea of it. It's cool. If you would have kept up with it, it'd be fine. But they kind of fucked it up, in my opinion.
So I mean, I know you're doing you play 11, but are you in Pagos or are you in the next level?
And I'm in Pagos right now. I'm level 47.
Yeah,
so
if you wanted to actually like finish Eureka, I mean, I'm pretty much at the same level you are at. So if you ever want to jump on and do some Eureka, just let me know.
If you're doing Pagos, I'm there with you.
Hey.
And I have a car.
Hey, it's cool.
If you guys, maybe once you guys get out of Pagos, I'll join up with you when you hit Pyros, because I left off with just stepping in Pyros.
Okay. Hey, maybe that's the last week or two before Shadowbringers.
Maybe.
Can probably jump in there.
But since we're getting toward about 2 hours here, any final thoughts?
Just from me, to reiterate, we have the poll on Facebook. If anybody would like to raid, we're just garnering attention. We're not putting teams together yet. We have Lesh's Glamour contest on Discord. We created a new a channel. I actually renamed the channel. It's just called Glam Contest Submissions now. So when he wants to get started with that.
I just shot the pick for it.
Okay. So that's all.
Very edgy.
Other than that, it's the
Wait, what type of pick?
The banner pick. Super edgy banner pick.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, for me, it's just the usual. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the7CFC and catch us on YouTube. I'll have to post a link because we don't have enough subscribers to have like a personal link on YouTube. But the link is in Discord, and when Raid is done with this editing and putting it together, I'll put it up on YouTube.
Hey.
Anybody else?
None from Modad.
These nuts. There you go.
Lesh?
Oh, nothing. Good to go.
All right, well, in that case, I think we'll draw this Circlecast to a close. Thank you for joining, gentlemen, and see you folks after Shadowbringers.
See you folks then.
Woo woo.
Bye.
Goodbye.